Now let us move on to the if-else statement. In the if-else statement, you will have an optional part called the else block. The else block will get executed if the condition is evaluated to be false. It is an optional block because we will execute it only when the condition is evaluated to false. Else, if the condition is true, we will execute the statements inside the if part. Now let us see the flow chart for the if-else statement. As you can see, first we will check for the expression. If the expression is true, then we will execute the statement 1, statement 2 and statement 3. If it is false, we will skip the statements inside the if and we will execute the statements inside the else block. So we will execute statement 4, statement 5, statement 6 if the expression is false, and finally we will go to the statement 7. This is how the flowchart of the if else will look like. If you understand the flowchart, then it is easy, because if expression is true, then we will execute the statements inside the if. If it is false, we will execute the statements inside the else block. Now let us see an example to understand this further. Now let's take a age of a person. We should display a message that he is eligible to vote only when the age of his person is greater than 18. If it is not, then we will display a message that he is not eligible to vote. This is how the flowchart will look like. So first we will get the age from the user, and then we will check for the age to be greater than 18 or less than. If it is greater than 18, then the condition satisfied. We will execute the true part, that is eligible to vote. If it is false, then we will display that not eligible to vote. Finally, we will end the program. Now let us implement in Python. First, we will take the age from the user. So age equal to int of input, enter your age. First, we will check if age greater than 18. If it is greater than 18, we will display message that eligible to vote. Else, if the age is not greater than 18, we will display that not eligible to vote. So let us save this file and run it now. For the age, now give 20. As you can see, it displays eligible to vote. So let's close this. Let us run the program again. This time I will give the age as 15. As you can see, not eligible to vote. This is how the if else would work. If it is true, then execute the statement inside the if. If it is false, then execute the statement inside the else block. This is all about the if else. Now let us move on to the ELIF statement in Python. In the ELIF statement, you will have an option to check multiple expression for true, and if a statement is true, then execute the statements inside that block. Similar to else statement, the ELIF statement is optional, because here we will check only if the if condition is fail. If the if condition is fail, then we will check for the condition in the ELIF. This is how the syntax of the ELIF will look like. First, we will check the expression 1. If the expression 1 is false, we will skip the statements inside the if block. We will check for the expression 2. If the expression 2 is true, then we will execute the statements inside the ELIF expression 2 block. If it is false, then we will check for the expression 3. If it is also false, then finally we execute the else statement. So let us modify the discount example we have used earlier to explain this ELIF statement. So this is the updated discount. We will provide 20% discount if the person purchase about 10,000, and we will also provide 10% if his purchase amount will be greater than 5,000 and less than 10,000, and we will provide a 5% discount if a person purchase anything between 5,000, and if his purchase amount is less than 1,000, we will provide no discount. This is how the flowchart of the example will look like. First, we will take the input amount from the user. If the amount is greater than 1,000, we will provide them with the 20% discount, and finally we will display the original amount, that is amount minus the discount. If this expression is false, then we will check the ELIF, that is amount is greater than 5000 or not. If the amount is greater than 5000, then we will provide them with a 10% discount, that is discount equal to amount times 10/100. If this condition also fails, then we will check if the amount is greater than 1000 or not. If the amount is greater than 1000, we will provide them with a 5% discount. Else we will set the discount to 0 and finally display the original amount. This is how the flowchart for the example will look like. Now let us see the Python code to explain this. First, we will take the amount from the user. So int of input, enter the amount. First, we check whether the amount is greater than 10,000. If it is greater than 10,000, also initialize the discount to 0. If it is greater than 10,000, we will set the discount equal to amount times 0.20. We will calculate the discount 20% of the original amount. If it is not, if the condition fails, then we will check another condition. We will check if the amount is greater than 5000. If this condition becomes true, we will calculate the discount equal to amount times 0.10, that is 10% of the discount. If this condition also fails, we will check for the next condition, that is amount greater than 1000. If this condition becomes true, we will calculate the discount equal to amount times 5%, that is 0.05. Finally, if all the conditions fails, then we will execute the statement inside the else, that is set the discount to 0. Finally, we will calculate the original amount, that is output amount equal to amount minus discount. Let us print the discounted amount. Discounted amount equal to, so let's print the output amount. So let's save this file and run it now. So let's give 15,000 as an example. As you can see, you will get 3,000 as a discount. You will only pay 12,000. So let's close this and rerun it now. This time I will give 7,000. It is greater than 5,000 but less than 10,000. So let's press enter. As you can see, this time you will only receive the 10% discount, that is 700. So let's close this and rerun it now. This time I will enter 700. As you can see, you will get the discount of 0. You will pay the original amount as it is. So let me explain the program again. First, we will get the amount from the user and we initialize the discount to 0. We first check if the amount is greater than 10,000 or not. If it is, then we will calculate the 20% discount of the original amount. If this condition falls, then we will check for the another condition to be true, that is amount greater than 5,000 or not. If the amount is greater than 5,000, we will calculate the discount of 10% of that original amount. If this condition also fails, then we will check for the third condition to be true. Here we check if the amount is greater than 1000 or not. If the amount is greater than 1000, we will calculate the discount of 5%. If all the conditions above become fail, we will execute the else block, that is discount equal to 0. Finally, we calculate the original amount, that is this amount minus discount, and we will print it. This is all about the ELIF statement in Python. Now let us move on to the nested if. In the nested if, sometimes you will have to check condition after condition to execute the statements. If the condition becomes true, then only you will execute the statements, else you will execute the statements in the else block. To explain this using the example, let's look at the program here. we are defining two variables here, game equal to cricket and age equal to 18. First we are checking if game is equal to cricket. If this becomes true, then again we are checking another condition, if age is less than 18. If age is less than 18, then we will simply print a message that he belongs to the under 18 group. If it is not, if the age is not less than 18, then we will print a message that he belongs to the above 18 group. If this condition becomes false, then we will print a message that he likes some other games. This is how a nested if would work. You will use the condition after condition to check if the condition is satisfied. If not satisfied, then you will simply print a message in the else block. This is all about the decision making in Python. In the next video, we will discuss the loops in Python.